This is the future.
So I just want to give my quick thoughts regarding the recent dev stream done by Digital Extremes. First of all, Shiva Goth Deluxe skin looks amazing, but the Warframe needs some changes to somehow be more popular and played by players. Secondly, I'm finally getting the WARFRAME, which I did not get last TennaCon 2023 stream. It will be available from the Void Trader next week, so save up some ducats and credits right now for the WARFRAME if you did not get it too. Thirdly, I'm so happy that Digital Extremes will be keeping the fully built former in Plague Star event. Also, they'll get rid of the leeching wherein people just wait up in the mixing process on who have the infested catalyst and Eidolon file axis. Plague Star event will come in November 7th and it will have 3 versions on it. The first one doesn't require you any Eidolon file axis or infested catalyst and it's just the base mission. The second one will require these 2 materials, and instead of having it on your gear wheel, these materials will be consumed once you pick the second or steel path variant of the event. This will definitely get rid of the leeching wherein only one player sometimes will just put these items in the mixing phase. The steel path version of Plague Star is quite interesting for me, and I can't wait to try it out in November 7th. Also, they have talked about additional rewards from tougher versions of the event. You can be awarded with Endo and probably Steel Essence in the Steel Path version. In terms of cross-save, you can now add friends across all platform, and you can also invite people from other platform to join your clan. There was no mention about cross-raiding though. That's like what I have discussed in my previous video. For the Whispers of the Wall, they have showcased and updated fog system. Other than that, they showed a bunch of artwork and said that they will be doing Dev Stream 175, which is the last Dev Stream of the year dedicated for all Whispers of the Wall update. That will be a November Dev Stream, so if you want to check out more Whispers of the Wall update, then don't miss out the next Dev Stream. Also, they have talked about Operation Gargoyle, which is a new operation coming in Warframe specifically tailored for clan activities. You will gain new rewards as a clan with this new operation, but there are no further details right now. Aside from it will have no leaderboards at first, as the developer wants you to earn rewards as a clan and not treat it as a competitive event. The other details in the dev stream weren't really important in my opinion, as it's a bunch of upgrade to skins, thoughts on both Hydroid and Petri work, Dagath audio, and other stuff that we already know, and probably details are available already online. What I would like to focus in this video is the pay to skip story part of the dev stream, which causes an uproar in the chat while Digital Extremes was streaming.
So Warframe is a 10-year-old game, and when we release something like Whispers in the Walls, we basically give players a choice to, I don't want to say the preferred path, but when you approach Warframe, if you install it when Whispers in the Wall launches, you have 10 years of content to play. We obviously are trying to remove a lot of grind there. The necromechs have never been easier to build. The last Dagath update has pages and pages of what type of barriers we're moving. But sometimes that's still not enough for people that don't want to invest time and they just want to skip. So what we are doing, or hoping to do, currently it's in the testing and implementation phase, is implement a story skip for Platinum. So basically what you would do is, if you wanted to just play Whispers in the Walls and you didn't want to do all of the things that came before it, there is going to be a path for you to use Platinum to basically get your account ready for Whispers in the Walls. So if you have a friend that you want to play Whispers with, it's Platinum, so it's giftable. So we're trying to treat it in a way that you can get your friends caught up. I know there's a lot of no, so let's talk about why, because I don't want to screw it up. So it sounds horrible. Pay to skip, hate that. Bye, L. Yeah, let's see. Pay to skip, that doesn't spark joy. Poor choice. What? Skip, L. Oh, that's not good. Well, I kind of expected that, so we'll have to think of a way to do it. But is there I play a game where I paid to story skip for some things, but I can see that this might not go over so well. So we'll probably have to reconsider aspects of it a little bit and a way to get someone caught up. But if you don't use that, which you don't have to, we have a story catch-up that's totally free in the lab.
The announcement made during the DIF stream about the introduction of a pay-to-skip option for Platinum caused quite a stir among viewers. Honestly, it got some benefits, and let me explain how first, before we get into the worst case scenario of implementing this pay-to-skip story feature in Warframe. Warframe is a decade-old game, and new players must navigate through all the older content before they can experience the latest and most exciting aspects of the game. Offering them the choice to bypass this older content is a positive move. The key advantage of this option is that it remains entirely optional, preserving the core game mechanics. Some have suggested altering how players access old quests, but such changes could potentially disrupt existing elements of the game, and not everyone may welcome such alterations. In my opinion, Digital Extreme's proposed solution is the most sensible one and appears to be well considered. They could have opted to charge real money for this feature, but instead, they are making it available through Platinum. Players can either grind for it or have it gifted to them, offering flexibility. However, there is one aspect that remains unclear: what happens to the star chart and nodes if a new player decides to pay to skip a mission? Will they still be accessible, and will they retain the earned experience points? It's worth noting that new players will still need to grind for mods and other necessary items for their weapons, as story missions do not provide any overpowered mods or equipment. You may skip the story and get the reward at the end, but you can't skip the grind that comes from it afterwards. Like it's just a paid pass to do the post activities in a story. So, let me give a clear picture. Say someone wants to do the Zariman missions, but in order to do this, you must finish the new war quest. With the pay-to-skip story, you will be granted access to Zariman without actually doing the whole story quest. This is what Digital Extremes are planning to do with the pay-to-skip mechanic, but again, it just gives you access to the grind, and when you skip the story, then essentially, you are skipping some of the good parts of Warframe, which is the lore. Let me ask you this: is it genuinely worthwhile to fast-track to the latest content? Skipping ahead might result in a lack of understanding and emotional impact in the storyline, the newly unlocked content might prove fleeting, and the player may still lack the equipment needed to compete on par with longtime players. I believe that if a new player immediately jumps into the latest content, they may not find it as exciting as expected. They could feel overwhelmed, out of their depth, frustrated by their inability to keep up with other players at that level, and might even quit after just a week or two. This would essentially bring us back to the same situation we currently face, where new players enter the game, become overwhelmed by the extensive content, feel frustrated about not being able to participate in the latest activities alongside veteran players, and eventually leave. This approach doesn't effectively address the actual issues with the new player experience or the grind required to catch up with long-term players. In my view, a more viable solution would be to offer an option to pay for the unlocking of all nodes, provide a package of upgraded weapons beyond the starter gear, possibly include an early game Warframe like Rhino, a couple of Ogin reactors or catalysts, common core mods, a substantial amount of Indo, and essential equipment like archwings, railjacks, and necranks needed for the new war questline. Additionally, a guiding marker could be placed to lead new players through the core quests. This approach would significantly reduce the grinding necessary, give new players a clear sense of direction, streamline the quest progression, and facilitate a better understanding of modding, by using the mods from the bundle. While they would still need to engage with some content to catch up with the latest significant content, it ensures they experience the excitement of the journey and reduces the time commitment from around 100 hours to approximately 20-30. By implementing this, new players would not be thrown into the deep end with an overwhelming amount of names, terminology, and references to navigate. Overall, I think Digital Extreme's idea is good, but it's not beneficial to players at all. Like for me as a Warframe player, the story is a crucial part of the game, and it gives me that ideal backstory on the characters I'm playing, and not getting into a mindless grind sometimes that there are experiences wherein you will ask who the fuck is that in your screen trying to order you around. The pay-to-skip story has some good intention, but it's a bad feature for Warframe in my honest opinion. If they truly care about that, then might as well just remove the previous quest requirements to do this specific content. Just saying. Now, I want to hear your thoughts also about the pay-to-skip story shenanigans. Let me know your opinion about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.